Hey y'all, I'm Danny, and this is Heard. Hi guys, welcome back to Heard the Podcast. I'm your host, Danny. And you can find me on all podcast streaming platforms, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Play, Apple Podcasts, all those places. Make sure you guys follow the podcast page on Instagram and Twitter at Heard the Podcast, HERD the Podcast. Make sure you guys subscribe to my YouTube channel, HER''D the Podcast. And we're here and back for another show. I have RHOP in the background, of course, per usual. You guys may not hear him today because he wants to be shy, extra shy. I mean, he's already a shy person, but he's extra shy today. They cannot, but it's fine. Anywho, okay. So it's been a really weird week. It's been a really weird week. Halloween just passed. And did Halloween feel like Halloween to you? It didn't, right? It felt like another, Never did. No more. Not no more, right? Yeah, right? Or just like a long, scary movie marathon or something. Yeah. Because I actually had plans. This time. I didn't go through with it, of course. But I actually had plans of doing a whole Halloween costume photo shoot situation. But I have a lot going on. I'm busy. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I just didn't even and my money is going towards other things that are more important than a photo shoot for Halloween. So I was like, you know what, fuck it. I'm just going to enjoy whoever posts pictures, and I'm just going to enjoy the movie marathons and things like that. So yeah. It just didn't feel like Halloween like that for real. But I mean, I enjoyed watching the movies. I can never get tired of watching Screams and all the Halloweens and stuff. So, what's your favorite scary movie? Do you like scary movies?
Yeah, I don't have a favorite though.
Huh? What scary movies do you like?
Franchise or just period?
This.
Halloween was good. The earlier Halloween.
Who's that beat? The camera? Oh, okay. So what else? I like slasher films like Halloween, Scream. I Know What You Did Last Summer. I like The Faculty. The Faculty thing. You like the Jeepers Creepers? You said the first one. Yeah. So you don't like the other ones? I actually think. Okay, so I like Jeepers Creepers 1 and 2. The third one was kind of weird. It was kind of like a low, but it was okay, let's do a money grab sequel or whatever. But so Jeepers Creepers 1, I feel like I liked it because, a lot of movies are like that sometimes where it's two people are taking a random road trip in the middle of nowhere and whatever. So I think the whole thing of for real, I think it's really scary when it's two people in an unknown town and they're taking a road trip or whatever. That's scary to me. Because there's only two of them and you don't know what's going on there and they're somewhere where they're not familiar with. So that's always scary. That's always scary for me. It's a nice cheat sheet for the movie for me. You got me with that. The second one was scary because I liked the whole they were trapped on the school bus thing and everyone had their own little dialogue and stuff. That was cool too. That was scary for me too. They were they were trapped in one place and they the monster was trying to get in and whatever, so that was scary to me. I liked those two. And what was I gonna say? But no, yeah, Scream. I can watch all the Screams a million times. I've seen those movies a million times. It's crazy. But another original and sequel that I like is I like Strangers, the first Strangers. I like the first Strangers. In Strangers 2, it was okay, but it was kind of dumb. But I like the first Strangers because, again, it was just two of them by themselves, and they were somewhere, out in the middle of nowhere, and then, the intruders came and tried to kill them and stuff. That was scary to me because, again, there was just only them two. So I like shit like that. Unknown shit like that. When they're stranded or whatever. Huh? Did I watch it? I don't think I've ever seen Hills Have Eyes. Because then there wasn't that was an old movie, right? But then they remade it with new people and stuff, didn't they? I don't think I've seen that.
Texas Chainsaw,
I saw that. Yeah, and they remade Texas Chainsaw Massacre 15 million times.
Yeah. The newer ones is
Then it's one on Netflix that is horrible.
Yeah, that's bad.
Real bad.
Talking about the one with the Tesla.
Is a Tesla in it? I watched the first 15 minutes. I'm I can't do it. The nigga Jacob Lattimore or Jacob, what his name? He in it. I hate it. I couldn't watch the whole thing. I'm what the fuck is this bullshit? And then why is he the only nigga with all these white people?
Did you see the movie Smile?
I didn't see that movie because it looked like Truth or Dare.
I heard it was dope though.
You heard it was dope. I heard mixed reviews because I didn't go see that because I was like, let me wait till it goes on demand because it reminded me of Truth or Dare, the movie Truth or Dare. When they got possessed, they would have that big smile on their face. I'm like, I don't want to see this. Whatever. Like I'd rather just wait on the demand. It's fine. The Ring, that was some scary ass fucking shit. The Ring and The Grudge, those some scary ass fucking movies.
Both of those first ones were crazy.
Yeah, scary as fuck. And it was funny as shit when Scary Movie did it, when they made fun of it. But yeah, so okay, just real quick, I'm gonna like gloss over this, not in a disrespectful way, but in a way of like, just trying to like keep some sort of like, just try to keep the energy leveled. So, by the time this airs, well, of course, Takeoff passed away in Houston, I believe on Halloween night, or like, during Halloween weekend. And, I don't want to get into too much of the specifics, regarding that night and what took place, because I don't want to distract from his legacy and his impact, individually and with his group, and then what he brought to the group. I don't want to distract from that, but I do want to say that I think that it was very distasteful that not only did people record his body on the ground like that, it was shared online for everyone to see. That was very distasteful. Even if that did come, I'm not gonna lie, I watched the video like just out of curiosity, just out of like on disbelief, but I would never share it on my Twitter space or my Instagram. I would never publicly share that. And I feel like people that publicly share that was just it's just yes, these are public figures, and yes, these are we're the you're fans of these people, but they're still people. They still have families. They're still sons. They're still brothers. They're still fathers. They're still all these things. So I just feel like that was just a very distasteful thing. Again, I'm not going to dwell on that too much, but I do want to say that it's I of course I'm a fan, so I didn't know him personally, of course, but honestly, RHOP, like it really like affected me. Not kinda, it really like affected me. It really did. Like I'm just like, wow. Like it's unbelievable. It's so random, and like it just really affected me, and just like I'm sad. Like I said, like I don't want to. I say I don't know them because I don't want to be rude when I express how I feel, but like I was really sad. Like I still am really sad about it. It's like really sad that it happened. It's sad how it happened, and it's the aftermath is sad. And like I said, watching the video and watching like Quavo react was really sad, and like it just was really, really sad, and it affected me because I was just like a really huge. Still ain't a fan of Migos, but I in college, because I graduated high school in 2011, so like late 2011, and like on to like I say like late 2011 to like the 2013 is when like the Migos really started to merge or whatever. So like listen, like the Migos, 2 Chainz, Chief Keef, Schoolboy Q, Kendrick Lamar, and Cole, they all really like shaped my college experience. Like they really shaped my college experience. And RHOP, man, this is just sad. It's just so sad. And and I also his passing, a lot of conversations have emerged of like, oh, rap is is the most dangerous career, and this and that, da 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 da. And certain conversations I feel like overshadow the real issue, and like certain conversations point the finger where it shouldn't be pointed. I just feel like it was senseless gun violence. They were at a private bowling alley, a private I guess function at a bowling alley in Houston, whatever, or like a private situation in Houston. And people have guns that shouldn't have guns, or people have guns. It's just a senseless situation. I feel like guns shouldn't have been, like I said, I wasn't there. Again, I need to try not to talk too much on this, but I just feel like it was a senseless act of gun violence, and guns were being used when they didn't have to be used. You know what I'm saying? He didn't need to pass away. I'm not sure if I need to. I'm gonna cut this part out. I don't know, because I don't want to be rude in the way I express myself in this situation. But again, like, it's just really sad. A lot of conversations that people have been saying, life is too short, of course. Cherish your loved ones. And people were saying things like, they hope that, Quavo and Offset can put aside their differences and come together as a unit again. At least in the honor of Takeoff, and because that's how it started. Them as a trio, them as a group. That's how we all were introduced to to all of them. And I just hope that his fans, including me, his friends, his family, can all like find a way to get through this. I've never lost a close loved one before, but I've been exposed to that painful experience. So I can only imagine how hard it is. But I do hope that this just once they get through the pain, or while they get through the pain, or on the journey of getting through this situation, getting through the pain, I hope they find strength and love and all those things. Let me just look at my notes and make sure I'm covering this properly. Yeah. So also they announced that their funeral will be held at where's the funeral gonna be at? It's gonna be at a you said what? The stadium. What stadium is this? It's called so Takeoff's funeral is going to be held this Friday at State Farm Arena in Atlanta. So by the time this episode comes out, his funeral will probably already be held. I don't know if it's going to be televised, but they said that tickets are sold out, but there's also a free entry, I believe, but you gotta get tickets and stuff. I guess it's made public for his fans. So of course I'm only imagining his fans, will probably have a certain area where the fans will be at, and then the other area will be the close family friends. I'm not sure if it'll be televised or not. It probably will. We don't know. It should be. Yeah, it should be. Yeah. Because didn't they televise? Of course they televised Nipsey's funeral. Did they televise Trouble's funeral? But I feel like cameras were there, because I feel like cameras were there, right? Because I remember Boosie was talking at his funeral, Trouble's funeral, and they released it was like a clip. I don't know. I'm not sure, but yeah. So, this is just like and not to be on this for too long, but like Quavo, Takeoff, and Offset, they all bring their own special thing to the group, but and people debate about how, Takeoff's the best Migo and this and that. And he definitely, I feel like Takeoff has the most distinct voice out of all of them. I feel like he is the backbone of the Migos. You know what I'm saying? He is the foundation of the Migos and stuff. I wish this never happened. I wish this never happened. I wish a lot of things never happened. I wish Nipsey didn't. I wish the whole Nipsey thing never happened. I wish P&B Rock, that whole thing with P&B Rock, him minding his business and eating food with his girlfriend. I wish that never happened. I wish the Pop Smoke murder never happened. So, yeah. Yes. So, anything you wanted to add to that, or we move on to the? Okay, let's move on to the. Yes, let's move on let's move on. Let's move on to the silly part of the show. Let's move to the silly part of the show real quick. Yes. So, RHOP, they can't hear you because you have no mic, but. No, because I turn off the camera audio when I edit. I turn that off. They can't hear me. They can't hear you. They can? I don't think so. Hopefully they will. Okay. Anyway, so, did you hear about Cher? First of all, this was some random ass shit. I'm like, I know Cher ain't walking around with no goddamn. Do you know AE? So is AE a producer, or I know that he's real cool with Tyga. Is he a producer or like an A&R or something, or like some sort of exec or some shit like that? Okay, so Cher is dating AE. If you guys don't know AE is, I don't know, we just discussed, I don't know what he is, but he is also Amber Rose's ex-boyfriend and the father of her second child. And I don't know if I discussed this on the show at any point, but at some point, Amber and AE were going back and forth on social media. I guess Amber expressed online that she was tired of him cheating on her, and like he went on some podcast and was basically saying like, I can't remember what he said. He basically said, he didn't really give a fuck. It's like, I just rather just like go off and just fuck bitches. It's not fair for me to stay with you if I just want to go and fuck bitches. It's not fair. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just basically saying like, I just, it is what it is. I'd rather just, go do my shit. Because it's like, why would I stay here knowing that I'm gonna go and cheat on you type of thing? That was like the gist of what he was saying on the podcast, which was like fucked up. And it's like, someone would say, oh, okay, well, at least he's being honest, go leave him. But no, the thing is like, she had a child with this person. She's already attached to this person, and we don't know what he's saying to her behind the scenes, or like in private. We don't know what type of game he's spitting to her, or what type of shit or whatever. But anyway, so after that whole thing happened, he went and made like a public apology to her, and they had gotten back together at some point. Yes, they got back together after all of that shit that he did on some random ass podcast. And then I guess they had broke up again, because now he walking around with damn Cher. The iconic, when I say Cher, I don't even think that I would even say the name Cher on this damn podcast. But Cher, the iconic pop idol Cher. And let me just make sure I'm correct on this real quick. Cher has been, Cher was an icon, but since before I was born, you know what I'm saying? And this is no shade. Cher is 76 years old. Cher is 76 years old, and AE is, I believe he is 36 years old. AE, also known as Alexander Edwards. Again, I don't know if he's an exec or an A&R or a rapper or a producer. I just know that he is friends with Tyga, and Tyga shouted him out in that song, like my nigga AE. Yeah, that shit. Taste. It's Taste, yeah. Yeah, anyway, so yeah. So he's just off frolicking with Cher, this icon Cher, 76-year-old icon Cher, and he's a 36-year-old, we just said we don't know, socialite, we don't know. Just no shade. But, damn. This is the thing this is what I thought of when I saw this. I was like, excuse me? This is some random ass shit. Where the hell did Cher bump into AE at? My thing is this, right? Where did they be meeting these people at? How do these things be happening? I know Cher ain't meet him at no damn party. I guess she lives in LA. I don't know.
It's a small world. I don't know.
Child, this is the thing. This is what came across my mind, RHOP. And I don't know if you can guess what I'm going to say.
I think so. Go ahead.
Give me a little taste of it. Yes, of course, but yes, Sugar Mama for sure. But this is the thing, right? This happens a lot, and it's like, damn, when is karma going to kick in? What's going on here? It's just like, it's fucked up that no, for real, it's fucked up that he did his child's mother, Amber Rose, dirty. He did her dirty for so long. I mean, from what we understand, from what we, they hash things out online nowadays, for all of us to see. But like, it's fucked up to know that he did Amber Rose dirty, cheated, and all this other shit. And it's like, they broke up, and Amber Rose, she may be upset about it, she may be bitter about it, but it's fucked up that, the shit went down with them. Their relationship crashed and burned, and now he, damn near no shade, kind of leveled up with a damn icon, frolicking around with her all around Hollywood, and just like living his best life as if he didn't do his baby mother dirty. Ain't that fucked up? I mean, of course, like, is given very much, I don't know, Sugar Mama, or very much like, him being with Cher would be like it's definitely like boosting his stock in whatever he does. I don't know what he does. is definitely giving him a look. But, you know, it's like, damn, like these niggas, in some cases, you know, these niggas will sit here and do you dirty, do you all kind of dirty, leave you, and go with a bitch that's like benefiting them even more than you benefit them. It's like, damn. So it's like, ladies, I'm just saying, y'all, like, listen to the actions, you know, believe the actions rather than the words. You know, seriously, like, this man cheated on you, went on somebody's radio show and basically said he didn't give a fuck, and then I guess he fake apologized to you, or he gave a public apology because of course it was given very much, you told him to say sorry in front of us, but you know, it's just like, I understand, and again, I don't have any kids, but you know, I've definitely been someone to you know, give a nigga the benefit of the doubt when they did me dirty over and over again, and then look dumb in the end when they go ahead and hop to the next bitch that is basically a sugar mama to them. It's really funny, actually. But I mean, at least I didn't have a kid with them. But you know, it's just like, damn, these niggas ain't shit. These niggas ain't shit. Some of these niggas ain't shit. A lot of these niggas ain't shit. And a lot of these niggas don't deserve the benefit of the doubt. A lot of these niggas don't deserve second, third, fourth, fifth chances. A lot of these niggas, you need to leave a lot of these niggas where they at when they do you dirty the first fucking time. The second fucking time. They don't give a fuck. And he's over here holding hands with Cher in front of paparazzi, knowing good and damn well you're going to see it. This is fucked up. This is fucked up. It's fucked up and it's not fair. These niggas is wild. RHOP laughing in the background because he low-key know. But it's just fucked up, right? Right, RHOP? Ain't it fucked up? I mean, it's funny that you laughing because I know why you laughing, but it's like, isn't it fucked up? That's fucked up. You gotta leave these niggas where they at, bruh. You gotta leave these niggas. Honestly, we didn't know who AE was unless you heard that Tiger song. And Amber Rose, girl, you gave him a look. You gave him a look. And you gave him a beautiful baby boy. I will say that. Congrats, you know. Yeah, so... speaking of fuck niggas, because the rest of this list is a couple. The next is a couple of fuck niggas, and then it's one. I have my last bullet is my last on the thing on the list is a Karen, a black Karen, because Karens can be black. I'll explain later. We're almost done, by the way, huh? Well, you're gonna know this episode because that's what I'm calling them. So. The baby, again, okay, so you know what? Did you know, RHOP, that, of course, you know, the baby, you know, he is in middle of cancellation, I guess, and remember his album sold like 15,000 or 17,000 copies or some shit like that, so that was that. And then something about how he couldn't sell out a stadium or some shit, or like a venue or some shit like that. Remember that whole thing? It was some shit with that. And now he's going on tour, I guess, or going on some type of situation concert. I guess he's going on tour to promote that album that no one got. And I don't know if it's in some state somewhere. His tickets are going on sale. But not the sale you think. Remember, like, Payless. Remember Payless? And like everything was like BOGO. The baby's tickets are going on BOGO. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. They're like, the tickets are like $25 a pop, I think. No. I think the tickets are like $40 a pop, but you buy one, you get one free. So the baby's tickets are buy one, get one free. Right? That doesn't happen, right, for tickets, right? That's weird. Damn, like you really can't sell tickets. And the thing is, like, it's at some like standing room only type of venue, so it ain't a big ass venue. And I heard it was the same venue that Danny Lay just performed at. So, like, that should give you an idea of, like, how small it is. No shade. You know what I mean? But, like, damn. This is the thing, right? Doesn't the baby have like a diamond record? Huh? Is it It's either, I don't know if that pop star record is probably multi-platinum, damn near diamond maybe. I don't know, but this is the thing. When the baby came, I wouldn't know. Of course, like, when he came out, he was baby Jesus. But then when he became the baby, he really skyrocketed, and he had hit after hit after hit after hit, project after project after project after project, with multiple hits on it. And look at where he is now. Again, you guys have seen my previous episode where I discussed how, this is karma, because of the way that because of how poorly he treats women. And I stand on that still to this day. I just feel like, I still haven't heard the project. I haven't tried. And, sometimes, don't you know how, like, and the thing is, like, when music is so good, you still hear it when you haven't even tried. I haven't even tried, and I still haven't heard the music. You know what I'm saying? It's real. It's real. It's just, he going out sad. And he recently, he was going on this whole radio podcast, media tour situation, media promo run or whatever, which I discussed last episode. And I was like, something must be coming. Of course, he wants to sell tickets now, and he's doubling it down on the whole Megan diss and this and that. And he also just dropped like a big energy freestyle. And I wonder if I should play some of it. You think I should play some of it?
They might take it down. They might take this.
Oh, they do. YouTube will, but not Spotify. Yeah, Spotify, you can play music on here, but not on YouTube. I might block it out on YouTube, child. I don't know. Or I might even, I don't know. But he dropped the big energy freestyle, and it was giving very much like, damage control. The baby's, he's not that smart because he got himself in this position, but he's very smart. Or, he tries to be smart when it comes to his media, his media, his promo, his branding, stunts, things like that. And so he dropped a big energy freestyle, and basically trying to, I guess, pander to the female audience, saying that he might have played with his baby mother's feelings, but he don't play about his baby mother's, and he wish all his baby mothers good luck and shit like that. I'm like, what? Excuse me, I might have played with y'all, but I don't play about y'all. What type of nigga shit is that? He's making it worse for himself, I feel like. Like I said, the music, it's
just everything outside.
Monica kind of pissed me off today. On Twitter because she retweeted his freestyle and was saying like, he's a rapper's rapper and y'all want to laugh at him, but this man he's good. He got money. He still got money. And the thing is, like, of course, if you're rich, a lot of these rich musicians and things like that, the smart thing to do would invest your money into different things. Like, regardless of you being canceled or not, you should always do that. So of course, yes, he has money. I'm sure. I'm sure that he has money invested in other things. I'm totally sure with that. I'm sure that he's fine financially at the moment. But so you're still a rapper and you still want to put out music and you still need to maintain a successful career. And right now it's going downhill. So you having money is not the point of people talking about how your karma is catching up to you. People miss the point, I feel like.
People measure a lot of shit based off money.
Yeah, it's not about the money. It's about you being a rapper. It's about your career. We're criticizing your career and we're criticizing your choices. And we're still watching your downfall and you continuously doubling down on your bad decisions. That's the point. It's not about you having money. I'm sure you have fucking money. You better still have fucking money. You better still have fucking money. You better still have fucking money. Huh? Yeah, and that's not the point, nigga. You good. Your pockets are good, but your career isn't. Not right now. Why are your tickets going on BOGOs? Why are you? I never heard of a buy one get one ticket sale for a concert. Never in my life. Never in my life. Never in my life. And you keep talking about how, so-and-so, they're making this up and they're making that up. No, nigga. I still haven't heard the music. Can you tell me a song off the album, RHOP? You can't. And you're an engineer. You're a producer, and you couldn't tell me as a producer. You couldn't tell me none of his songs from his recent project. Damn, he didn't even know it dropped, and he a producer. He got his eyes and ears in the music. He didn't even know he damn dropped, or he either knew he. I think RHOP. I think you saw that he probably dropped, but you didn't give a fuck, and you forgot.
A lot of music I have to listen to still.
But did you plan on listening to his album? See, you couldn't even say yes. Anywho, next. So you couldn't even say yes. It was too much. You couldn't even say yes. See, no, that's some no down the line. But no, that's all I'm gonna say on that one, because I already said it last. I said what I said. Huh?
You said a lot on that.
I said what I said. I said what I said. But next, though, this is the thing, right? I never thought that I would like consider like protesting or like boycotting like a Drake bar or like a Drake album. So, huh?
With the Megan bar?
Yes. So, what? Excuse me, RHOP? Are you giggling at that?
It's a bar.
Excuse me? It's just a bar.
We heard worse shit.
No. Oh damn, RHOP. Is this where we disagree? I don't think I've ever disagreed with RHOP ever before.
Yeah, probably.
When?
Off camera.
What? With what?
I can't remember.
Nothing. I don't disagree ever. So Drake and 21 Savage released their project Her Loss, which I was very, very excited about. But before I could even listen to it, I woke up on a Friday morning. And because it released Friday, midnight. So I woke up on a Friday morning. I haven't even listened to the album yet. And, Twitter's going crazy about how Drake, I don't even.
It's crazy now.
Huh?
It's crazy how shit happens now.
Yes. So Drake threw shade at Megan Thee Stallion in one of his bars. And so let me just read the bar to you. Of course, you guys listening right now, you probably already know what the fuck the bar is. But I'm going to just say it just because, whatever you're listening here. You're listening. You're watching me. Hi, how are you doing? I got my hair done, got some braids or whatever. Anywho, okay, so the song is Circo Loco, and Drake says, "This bitch lied about getting shot, but she's still a stallion." That was the bar that, set everyone off, and rightfully so as a woman. Rightfully so as a woman, I totally agree why this would cause an uproar. And of course, Megan Thee Stallion, she went off on her Twitter, of course, and rightfully so. And, what kind of pissed me off, okay, this is for me personally, what pisses me off personally is when someone plays with my intelligence. When people play with my intelligence, when people insult my intelligence, when people, undermine my intelligence, people just like think that I'm not smart enough to understand that you're bullshitting me. I just hate shit like that. So that's already like a thing for me that I don't like. So then also like when you're talking to me about something and like you're just dead wrong. So you're insulting my intelligence and you're just fucking dead wrong with what you're saying. So those are some things for me that I personally don't like. Anyway, back to the topic. So, of course, the women, I feel like there was a lot of women that spoke up for Megan, and I fucked with that. I love that. I loved seeing that. But then, of course, I didn't see any of the men taking it for Megan, and I wasn't surprised. But I'm like, damn, who's going to speak up? I saw that Mark Lamont Hill, he spoke up for Meg, because he was actually listening to the project. He was 3 songs in. I guess he was on Twitter and he saw like one of this, like the bar for this song, and he cut off the album. He's like, I'm not listening to this no more, because he saw on Twitter before he got to the song, whatever. But anywho, people were saying, guys were saying, I'm not, guys were saying like, the album is fire, y'all doing too much, it's a double entendre, it's a da 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 da. And I understand how entendres work. I understand how rap works. Rap has a lot of metaphors. I understand how rap works. We all understand how metaphors and entendres and punchlines work. We all get it. That's not the point. When you say double entendre, right? Double means two, right? Two meanings, right? So people were saying, oh, we know he just met when girls lie about getting ass shots and you know, they're just, you know, they're fine, tall and fine, thick women and you know, this and that. Yeah. So that's one meaning. So what's the other meaning to it? What's the other reference to it? I don't know. Maybe Megan shooting, maybe Tori shooting Meg, maybe that's the other me. So it's like I don't care like that. Okay, but yes, like it was a play on words, but that's the point. Why are you playing with that? And so what if it was a play on words? If Megan is traumatized by that, she's traumatized by that. She is still an open case. So that's not, she wouldn't take that as a light, like that's not like a light thing to take it off. You know, I'm not talking to Drake because I know Drake knew what he was doing and I don't think Drake gave a fuck because he still said it and he still released it. My whole thing is the public in the audience. Like, come on, y'all. Like, y'all just sit here and dismiss bullshit left and right. And it's just like, you know, y'all gaslight women into thinking that they're being ridiculous. And, you know, this woman, you know, Megan already like was brave enough to speak out on the issue. And, you know, she's being an advocate for, you know, gun violence. She's being an advocate for abuse on women. She's being an advocate for black women. She's being an advocate for women. She's being an advocate for violence towards men. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, why dismiss that because you're such a Drake fan? Y'all don't just tell me you don't give a fuck and keep it moving. Don't sit there and say that we're being ridiculous for thinking that he's talking about something that he's not when he actually is. Like, what? You know what I'm saying? It's just like, come on, this I'd rather you tell me you don't give a fuck. Just tell me you don't give a fuck and then don't give a fuck. But don't sit here and try to make it seem like I'm being ridiculous for being upset about a offensive bar. And unnecessary bar towards Megan. It was weird. So I'm like, what did Megan do to Drake? Like, didn't Drake bring her out one time at OVO Fest like some years ago? Like, what's going on with this? I just want to know, honestly, like something's going on behind the scenes. Like, I don't know what Tory is telling people. I don't know what proof he's presenting to people that make these niggas still fuck with him and be like open about fucking with him. I don't know what's being said, but I'm just curious at this point. I'm curious at this point. I am. Anywho. Oh God. It is crazy. And he threw a shot at Serena Williams too. That was weird too, but you know, we don't get into that. Huh? That was weird. You know, also, I saw that Partisan Fontaine was trending that whole weekend too because of the whole thing. People just instigating things like, oh, you know, what you gonna do, Party? You wanna, you know, you gonna try to fight Drake now? What's going on? Shit like that. But the only thing I'm gonna say about this though, like I said, I really enjoy Partisan's music, and I hate how Partisan always trends because it's a mess. Because Partisan has really good music, y'all. Like, I hope that he actually trends for his good music one day because he can rap. He really can fucking rap. Anywho, moving along. Okay. So this is my last one. And what about him? Yeah, he's dope, right? So I mentioned Black Karens. So this is the thing, right? This is the thing. And I'm going to try to tie this in with like real life situations. You know, we all know what a Karen is. We know that a Karen is someone that, you know, manipulates someone that gaslights and manipulates the truth, and, you know, someone that victimizes themselves, you know, based on whatever privilege they have, or just, you know, just someone that just, you know, is full of shit, basically. Anywho. So I watch Real Housewives of Potomac. I enjoy it. Yes, I do. And so right now we're in the midst of, like, you know, I'm going to say the names. Gerald don't know nobody, but, you know, anyone that watches the show, you guys know. You hit with me right here. So right now we're in the midst of, like, Wendy and Robin going at it, and, you know, Candace and Ashley going at it and things like that. So this cast, you know, is mainly, you know, it's mainly made up of like light skinned women, and we have a couple of brown skinned, dark skinned women. Wendy is dark skinned, Candace is brown skin, and that's basically Wendy and Candace are the only two brown skinned, dark skinned girls of the cast. Everybody else is light skinned with green eyes, hazel eyes, all types of shit, just light skinned women. So anyway, I think last year on this show, I think I mentioned how because I kind of, this season I am kind of, and we're not even on the show segment, but I promise this is gonna make sense. So I didn't like Candace at first because I felt like Candace was being the Karen that I'm gonna describe right now. I feel like Candace, I didn't like Candace because I didn't feel like Candace was accountable for her actions, and I just felt like that whole Monique situation. So there was another woman on the show named Monique. She's not on the show anymore. But Monique and Candace actually got into a physical altercation. Monique actually snatched Candace's little ass up because she was fed up. She snatched Candace's little ass up real good. So they got into a physical altercation at one point. And so then, the cast, shunned Monique and said, like, you're a bad rep on black women, and black women shouldn't carry themselves this way. And I don't feel safe being in a room with you, and blah, blah, blah. Right. It was a whole big thing about that. It was some bullshit. Right. That was annoying. Whatever. Next. So this season, I find myself, I'm annoyed because, Robin, one of the light-skinned cast members, she was definitely one of the ones that would say, that was, about like, I don't feel safe around Monique. Monique, that's not how you act. I don't feel safe. I don't feel safe. Like you're just a temper, and this making a big thing about Monique, just, snatching Candace's ass up. And then my whole thing is like, I wasn't mad at her snatching Candace's ass up because Candace got a lot of mouth. Candace is a little woman, and she got a lot of mouth. And a lot of times, another thing that I hate is that when there's a small petite girl that has a lot of bark, and when someone that's maybe a little bit taller than her decides to finally, after her barking and yapping, or after all these times of her yapping and barking and provoking you, someone that's a little bit taller than her finally snatches her ass up and is, oh, you're bullying, you're bigger than me, you're just I hate shit like that. So that's another thing that I hate. But anyway, so Robin, and because of course, like I said, on Monique's, when Monique was on there, Robin, Giselle, and all them, and Karen, all of them were just saying how unsafe they felt around her because she lost her temper with Monique and blah blah blah. Right? So that was a whole bunch of bullshit. So this season, Robin, is getting into it with Wendy, and Wendy's a dark skinned woman, and Wendy actually has 4 degrees. She's like she's also like a CNN correspondent too, and there's all types of shit. Wendy's like a big deal. And her and Wendy have a beef going on, and Robin is exemplifying very aggressive behavior, getting in people's faces, and Robin has a history of getting in people's faces even in previous seasons. So Robin has this aggressive exterior and these aggressive emotions, and she gets up, points her finger, and gets in your face and all this other shit. But people didn't have the same energy towards her that they did with Monique, a brown skinned woman. And Robin and Giselle, they're hand in hand. They're like buddy and stuff. And like I said, like they don't hold Robin accountable for her actions. All right. So this is where I'm going with this, and I'm not gonna get into it too much because I just don't feel like it. And we're gonna just watch the season play out because I'm ready for the reunion at this point, because everybody on that goddamn show been lying. And it's only been 4 episodes. Everybody just been sitting there lying, and it's so funny how they sit there and lie, and the producers cut to like the past scenes showing how much they lied. They'll say, "Oh yeah, so and so was staring at me," and they'll cut to a scene with someone not staring at them. Like they're just like this is like a whole bunch of them lying. They just been lying from episode 1 already, and we're on 5 episodes. Anyway, so So at some point at the table when they were arguing, and Wendy was saying like, you got up really aggressively and you came towards me like you wanted to fight me, and Robin was like, no, you're lying, da 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 da. And so Robin basically called called another cast member that was there when they got into a situation, and she was like, Sharice, like, did you have to lay your finger on me to hold me back from Wendy? And Sharice was like, no, I didn't. And they cut to the scene where Sharice got up and like was pushing Robin back. You know what I'm saying? It's just shit like that, right? It's like, what the fuck? Like, you just sitting here lying. Like, but my whole thing is like, it's fucked up. It's fucked up that, you know, people can just sit there. People sit there and can manipulate a whole narrative to fit what they want to fit. They can sit there and play victim like you did something to them. They can sit there and make it seem like, you know, they did all these things for you and how dare you, you know, this and that. It just makes me sick how people can sit there and manipulate a narrative and play victim and play Karen as if someone is just doing them so wrong and they're just this helpless person, and please just save me from the situation and blah 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 blah. Huh? A black, yeah. It's not about being. I mean, yeah, Karens are, you know, that's the thing. But like, yeah, these white women, you know, they can be some Karen ass bitches too. They can be some Karen ass bitches too. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, that's all I have to say about that. No, seriously, because I've recently experienced like a black Karen situation. Yeah, I have. Yeah, I sure have. Where it's like, huh? Recently, as in like a couple months ago, I experienced a black Karen situation where this person, you know, I give people the benefit of the doubt, which is a flaw of mine. Sometimes, most of the time, it's a flaw of mine. But where this person, you know, their whole shtick is them trying to appear as if someone's always doing something to them, or someone's always trying to hold them back from something, and they're always trying to fight towards something, and just they're always a victim in some way, and they always have to speak out in some way, and it's a bunch of bullshit. And they do fucked up shit to people, but it's no, I didn't, you did this to me, and this is why this is this, because you did this to me, and how could you, because I did all these things for you. It's just like, this is a whole bunch. It's just like, and so that whole Robin Giselle thing and the Wendy stuff, that just triggered me. I'm just like, people just sit there and lie. The producers literally cut to a scene where such and such was holding Robin back from getting in Wendy's face. But people can sit there, like, you sit there and you're with your friends, you and your friends are sitting there rewriting reality because they don't like you. It's a girl thing, J-Rob. You know, guys don't usually do that shit. But that's some shit with women. Like, women, I don't know why women are like that. Literally sit there and just rewrite a narrative, and their friend can do some fucked up shit to you. Their friend could be dead wrong, and they're gonna just sit there and be like, no, but no, no, they didn't do that. No, no, we just don't like you. Yeah. Anywho. Yes. Anywho. So I want to move on to music. I don't really have anything. Like I said, the whole Drake uproar happened before I could listen to the fucking album. And I still kind of want to hear the album. I don't know if am I being like a hypocrite by still saying I want to listen to the album, because I still do. I love 21 Savage, so I still want to listen to the album. I heard a couple other songs I like. I haven't finished the album yet. I'll finish it and decide whether I want to listen to it or not. I'm not gonna. I don't know. Is that dumb of me to say that after I just cussed him out? It is. I'm a real ass bitch. So you know what? I want to hear the album. I want to finish the fucking album, and I want to decide whether I want to listen to the album over and over again. Okay?
There we go.
Anywho, and then I'm just you know, and then lastly, for the music part of the show, I'm just gonna refresh my Migos palette. So I'm going back into the Migos bag, and I'm just refreshing my Migos palette, and I find myself like watching old Migos interviews.
At this point, right?
Yeah. I've been watching old Migos interviews. I've been watching old Migos performances and things like that. Huh? I don't even know if you should even watch that, because I just feel like I've been watching old Migos interviews, not Takeoff Quavo interviews, Migos, like with all three of them, just in good memory, you know? Because like I said, you know, right now, they weren't on the best terms before Takeoff passed. Well, I know that Takeoff and Offset, they were on good terms before he passed, thank goodness. But I'm sure Offset still is devastated, but it's like, thank goodness they were still on, okay terms. To my understanding, to our understanding, we again, we don't know these people, but to our understanding that they were on good terms. But yeah, I don't want to think about the beef. I want to think about like the good times, them as a unit, all three of them as a unit. And I was watching Academics. He interviewed 21 Savage recently, and he was kind of saying that today. He was saying, like, he was talking about how Takeoff was such a great person, and he didn't deserve it and this and that. But he was also saying, like I said earlier, he was saying, like, he hopes that this can help them come back together as a unit, Quavo and Offset, because there was a lot of shit going on. Like, we all know it was a lot of shit going on. Yes. Anywho, I'm going to. Sorry guys, that was Seen and Heard. I had to come up with a. That was Seen and Heard. We're in the Seen and Heard section of the upper episode now. We talk about music and shows that we're watching. So this is now the Seen and Heard segment. So yes, I'm listening to her loss, hypocritically, and then I'm also refreshing my Migos palette. On to Seen, which talk about the movies and TV shows. I talked about Real House of Potomac. I'm still watching it. Again, I can't wait for the reunion because Robin and Giselle are full of shit. I'm so sorry. And also, I'm glad that Candace is reading Ashley for Filth, because them trying to come up with the narrative of like Candace's husband Chris being inappropriate to the cast members, trying to say that he was flirting with the other women is fucked up, because that just seems like a fucking lie. It's just weird. So I'm liking how Candace is eating all the girls up. And rightfully so. I'm liking Candace now this season. I didn't like her before because of the whole Monique shit, but I'm liking Candace now. I'm liking her now. I think that her mouth is needed right now. Yes, huh? Yes. Anywho, and then lastly, I'm still watching the show Reasonable Doubt. And I am rooting for the show. I am, because it's a black show. It's fine ass niggas on that show. And the leading lady, she's a powerful attorney and she has money and this and that. But child, I'm trying to hold on to this show. I think there's one more episode left. Y'all, this show, I'm really holding on. I'm really rooting for the show, but the storyline is all over the place. The storyline is all over the place to me. And it's just like, you guys are like, it's like they're fitting in, like they're trying to, it's like certain things that are happening in the season, J-Rob, it's like they're trying to fit in multiple seasons in one season. It's like some of the things that are happening in this season, I feel like that can be drawn to another season. Yeah, like it's a lot going on. She's an attorney. She rekindled some like old flame that she had with this nigga that went to jail for 15 years that she represented, because she used to be a public defendant. She met this nigga that was supposed to go to jail for life at some point because he was accused of murder. So he was accused. So she was a public defender for a guy that was accused of murder, Michael Ealy, and they ended up like liking each other at some point. But he ended up losing his case, so he had to go to jail for 15 years. But then he got out of jail, so then they rekindled it. But she's also in the midst of like a separation with her husband, so that's kind of weird. But it's like, girl, like it's like, the husband, like the husband kind of wants her to be like a stay-at-home mom, kind of like her husband feels like she puts her work first, and so that's a whole big thing with her, like work and like the husband and stuff. But the husband still wants her, and then she acts like she wants the husband. She acts like she don't. It's weird because like she's dating Michael Ealy now, but then she's trying to work on her marriage. It's just weird to me. And on top, yes, and on top of that, like she's trying to fight a case of like this man from this powerful company. He's accused of like murdering his mistress, and then like it's weird. He has like a white wife, and then like it's weird with that. It's like, okay, that's like a thing, and then like she somehow like she gets like kidnapped soon in this next episode. She was be getting kidnapped at some point. It's a lot going on, and then like on top of that, like they're showing like flashbacks of like how she met Michael Ealy and while she was publicly defending him or whatever, and then like they're also flashing back to how like her mom's boyfriend like sexually harassed her, sexually abused her and shit. So it's a lot going on. So it's like, damn, like it's a lot of different storylines going on in this one season, where you guys could break this up into like three good seasons. I'm on like the second to last episode, or like I'm on like I think it's like one episode left. How many episodes? It's like 9. It's on Hulu.
It sounds like a whole, like that could be like 3 seasons.
Yeah, that's like 3 seasons. That's like 3 seasons worth of storylines. Yeah, it's like too much. It's like, okay, like you're in a separation right now. Then like you're like messing with your like, first of all, you're like an attorney and you're messing around with like a fucking, he's like a felon now or some shit like that, or like you're messing around with like, is he a felon now? If you went to jail for murder, aren't you a felon now? Okay. Yeah, like you're an attorney, you messing with someone you used to represent back in the day. So that's a conflict right there. Then you're trying to fix your marriage whilst dating someone else. It's weird. And then like you're representing someone that is accused of murdering their mistress. So that's the thing. So his life is fucked up too, because you got to deal with the wife that's mad that he cheated and possibly murdered this bitch. And then like his business partners that are being weird and shady towards you because you're a black woman that's an attorney and shit, that and you're lead on this case. So that's weird. And then like your mom, it's like is trying to rekindle her thing that she had with her boyfriend that fucking sexually harassed you as a child. So it's like, what the fuck is going on? And then you get kidnapped at some point. So it's just like, it's just too much. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's like I said, I'm rooting for the show because it's all black. Michael Ealy's fine. Everybody else is thinking the other niggas on there fine too. It's just like a lot going on right now. The storyline is all over the place. It's all over the place. And then also like you have these episodes where it's like these flashbacks. Like one episode was a flashback of how she met Michael Ealy. The whole episode was like a whole big flashback. But it's like, did we even need this episode? And it was so, and the thing is like, this is the thing, right? The episode was a flashback of how she met Michael Ealy when she was the public defender for him, and then like towards the end of the episode, she crashed. She bumps into someone's rear. She hits someone's car from behind, and whoop! What do you know? It's a man that comes out and says, "Are you okay?" And the man happens to be someone that she marries down the line. So she met her husband from like hitting him in a car crash at the very same day she lost the case. She lost Michael Ealy's case. It's just like how, like, what do you know? Wow, you met your husband after you lost the case of Michael Ealy, and ooh, you hit his car, and like, ooh, you met each other, and like, oh my god. Kerry Washington is one of the executive producers, I believe. I fuck with Kerry Washington. That's my girl. I don't know, man. This show all over the place, man. I don't know, man. It's just a lot. Like this is 3 seasons. This is 3 seasons worth of like storylines. Like we could have found out that she was molested like later on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why we got she was sexually abused by her. You know, it's like the husband, her jailbird ass boyfriend. Like it's just it's so much going on, and you're a whole attorney. Like it's a lot. Okay, well, that's it for me. Any shows you wanted to speak about before we close out, child? Any music? Anything? It's a lot. Like it's just like this show is I'm still rooting for it. I'm rooting for the show. It's a lot of fine ass men on there. It's a lot of fine ass black women on there too. It's a lot of fine ass niggas on that show. That show is full of fine ass niggas. The women's is looking good. They got the chocolates, they got the caramels, they got the macadamia, they got the light skins, they got the red bones on there too. Like you like, yes. The women is fine on there too. So it's just like this is just a lot. I just feel like it's all over the place. Huh? It's a lot of what? What's that? Well, that's it for me on the show. Yeah, I hope I'll have fun editing this. I hope it's done. Do you think this episode was trash? What do you think? I feel like I was just saying the same thing over again. No, I wasn't. Okay. All right, guys. Make sure you guys listen to Her the Podcast on all podcast streaming platforms. We are everywhere on Twitter and Instagram at Heard the Podcast, HERD the Podcast. We're on YouTube. Make sure you guys subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you guys for listening, and I am out. Peace.